Getting ready for your New Jersey road test? I know exactly what you're thinking. Bureaucracy, endless DMV lines, and massive scheduling headaches, right? Well, take a deep breath. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, I'm going to give you a foolproof, zero-stress way to skip those infamous wait times and book your road test directly from the comfort of your couch. We are completely demystifying the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission's online booking system and giving you every single detail you need to secure your spot. To instantly lower your anxiety, here is our game plan for This Explainer. 1. The value of online booking. 2. Essential prerequisites and documents. 3. Navigating the Telegov system. 4. Troubleshooting common booking issues. And 5. Preparing for test day. Okay, let's dive into Section 1, the value of online booking. Why wait in line? Well, the absolute biggest number you need to know today is 0. That is exactly how much it costs to schedule, reschedule, or cancel your road test appointment through the official NJMVC portal. Seriously, do not fall for third-party scammers or unauthorized sites trying to charge you a fee just to book a slot. The official state process, it's completely free. Now, beyond that zero cost, the real-world value of booking online is that it isn't just a convenience thing, it's actually mandatory. Walk-in appointments for road testing are strictly not permitted at any NJMVC facility. You literally cannot just show up and hope for the best. By booking online, you get the power to pick your own regional testing location and rock in a date and time that actually fits your schedule. Let's move right along to Section 2, Essential Prerequisites and Documents. Gathering your inventory. So think of this phase as your inventory management. You need a few things before you even log on. And actually, there was a major statutory shift on February 1st, 2025 for New Jersey's graduated driver license program. If you're under 21, you still have that 6 months of mandatory practice, but now you've got to complete a minimum of 50 supervised driving hours, and at least 10 of those have to be at night. You also have to submit a specific certification form called the BCSD, signed by your supervising driver. Now, on the flip side, if you're 21 or older, you only need 3 months of practice, there is no statutory minimum hour log, and you are totally exempt from that BCSD form. Knowing where you fall here is absolutely crucial because it dictates when the system will even allow you to book. Okay, so what do you physically need right in front of you to book? You'll need a valid email address and a contact phone number. But here are the real cheat codes. You need your 15-digit New Jersey driver's license number. You can find this printed right above your last name on your permit, and it starts with the first letter of your last name. You also need your 5-digit permit validation number. This is handwritten in pen inside a stamped box on your validated permit. Finally, make note of your permit class, which is J for standard student permits. Have all of this ready so you don't time out while you're scrambling to find them. All right, it's time for the boss battle. Section 3, Navigating the Telegov system, the step-by-step walkthrough. The very first step is incredibly straightforward. Just navigate to telegov.njportal.com/njmnvc, and right there on the homepage, click that massive Make Appointment button to get started. Next up, you're going to see a super long page filled with different DMV services. Just scroll right on past all the licensing and registration stuff down to the road testing banner. Specifically, you want to choose the Auto Road Test block. Double-check that you don't accidentally click the CDL or commercial option by mistake. This is going to bring up all the available regional testing facilities. You can browse through sites like Eatontown, Kilmer, Mays Landing. You get the idea. A quick heads up, though. State facility layouts do change sometimes. For instance, the old Newark inspection station permanently closed for road tests, so applicants there use alternative sites like Rahway, Wayne, or Lodi now. Just pick whatever location works best for you. Once your location is set, you'll see a rolling 30-day calendar. Select a date and an available time slot. But, word of warning here, the system is incredibly smart. It actually calculates your mandatory practice window based on your permit validation date. If you try to jump the line and book a test before your 17th birthday, or before your 3 or 6 month practice window ends, the system will flat out reject your request and make you start all over. After you select your time, this is where that inventory we gathered earlier comes in to save the day. You'll enter your name, email, and phone number. Then, carefully type in your 15-digit driver's license number and that handwritten 5-digit permit validation number. Select Permit Class J, check the policy boxes, and hit Submit. So let's see how this all builds into a perfectly repeatable strategy. Access the portal, select Auto Road Test, choose your center, pick your date and time, enter your inventory credentials perfectly, and click Submit. Boom, that's the happy path. It's actually incredibly straightforward once you know the exact steps. But of course, things don't always go perfectly in the real world. Welcome to Section 4, Troubleshooting Common Booking Issues, Beating the Glitches. Okay, so you click Submit, and suddenly you get this dreaded red error message reading, License Not Valid. Don't panic. It almost always just means a simple typo was made in either your 15-digit number or your 5-digit validation number. Unfortunately, you do have to restart the booking process, but just carefully double-check those numbers on your physical permit against what you're typing. Now, a really crucial point is knowing how to manage your appointment once it's booked. If you need to reschedule or cancel, use the direct link in your confirmation email. Lost the email? No big deal. Just head to the My Appointment page on the Telegov portal to retrieve it using your permit numbers. But here is a massive tip. You absolutely must cancel or reschedule at least 24 hours prior to your test, or the state can and will hit you with the $20 no-show fee. Furthermore, if you take the test and unfortunately fail, you are subject to a strict 14-day mandatory waiting period before you can retest. And if you fail 3 consecutive times, the system will literally block you from booking online entirely, and you'll have to deal with the MVC directly. You've booked it. You're prepared. Let's move to Section 5, Preparing for Test Day, the ultimate showdown. All that online work means absolutely nothing if you get turned away in the parking lot. Here is your strict test day checklist. Arrive exactly 15 minutes early. Arriving late can result in an automatic cancellation. When you pull up, do not go inside the building. Drive directly into the outdoor road test lane and stay in the car with your supervising driver. Speaking of which, that driver must be at least 21 years old and have been licensed for at least 3 years. When the examiner approaches, you must hand over your original, unlaminated permit, the vehicle's registration, and the insurance card. If you're under 21, you also need those red GDL decals on your license plates. You can buy them inside for $4 if you forgot. Finally, you must present original documents that satisfy the state's strict 6 points of ID verification, like a birth certificate, proof of address, and your social security card. Photocopies, they will get you rejected instantly. Did you know your car can actually fail the test before you even put it in drive? It's true. For emergency brakes, the examiner sitting in the passenger seat must have unobstructed access to stop the car. That means you need a center console manual handbrake, an accessible center push-button electronic brake, or passenger-side dual pedals. If your emergency brake is a foot pedal on the driver's left side, you simply cannot use that car. Now, on the tech side, there is fantastic news. Backup cameras and parking sensors are finally legally permitted during the test. Examiners used to cover them up with clipboards, but a recent law changed all that. However, you cannot rely solely on the screen. If you just stare at the screen while parallel parking, you're going to lose points. You must still demonstrate physical mirror use and perform over-the-shoulder blind spot checks. The camera is strictly a secondary safety tool. As we wrap up this explainer, I do want to remind you that while we've laid a rock-solid foundation today, state bureaucracies and policies do shift over time. Make it a habit to double-check the most current procedures directly at the official source, njmvc.gov, just to make absolutely sure nothing is updated right before your appointment. We've bypassed the confusion and got you fully prepared for the road test lane. But here's a final thought to leave you with. With vehicle technology evolving so incredibly fast and backup cameras now legally allowed on the test, how long will it be before the road test involves proving you know when to let the car drive itself? Honestly, it's wild to think about. But until then, the wheel is completely in your hands. Get out there, log those practice hours, book that appointment with total confidence, and go conquer your road test. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and safe driving out there.